Okay. So, reviewing the team for Whitney one more time before I go into the battle, just to make sure we're all on the same page about it, myself included. Togetic with a Lumberry, with Soft-Boiled, Tri-Attack, Yawn, and Encore. The plan is to basically go for a Yawn against the Lickitung, and really just kind of play around whatever it goes for after that. I think I'm good to just hard switch into Spiritomb, honestly, because I don't think there's anything that I can really do against Spiritomb. We are hoping to be blessed by placement himself this run. Next we have Spiritomb, who is going to be a pretty clutch member of this team, but I have to play it pretty carefully, honestly. Basically, this Spiritomb hard walls the Lopunny. Like, the Lopunny literally can't do anything but go for Attract against it and then switch out. Because it can go for Attract, I think it actually might stay in. Last run when I got the Spiritomb and used it, it was a female Spiritomb, so anytime I was in with Spiritomb, it switched out because it literally couldn't do anything against me. But I think because it can go for Attract, it's going to stay in. Well, we're going to have to test that out during the AI, or during the battle to confirm, but I'm pretty sure. I think this also hard walls the Stantler. Yeah, Stantler can put us to sleep, which is annoying, so I guess it doesn't hard wall it, but offensively it does, at least. And then I have to be pretty careful around everything else, because I need to make sure that this stays healthy for those two things. So we also have Nose Pass with a Resto Chesto set, with Rest, Harden, Rock Throw, and Rock Smash. If I can get, like, a Harden or two up, especially if I can somehow kill Clefable early. If I can kill Clefable and Lickitung early, well, I guess I would also need to kill Lopunny, because Lopunny is Jump Kick. So, depending on how the battle goes, this thing might be able to set up and sweep. I have another setup sweeper just in case. We also have Chinchou with Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, Protect, and Confuse Ray. This Chinchou matches up pretty well against the Clefable. It's not perfect, but it does match up pretty well against it. And then it also can parafuse stuff, or can confuse and paralyze stuff. We have Raticate with King's Rock, Hyper Fang, Sub, Swords Dance, and Crunch. I do not love relying on Hustle in a gym battle, but this is what we got, and this looks like our overall best offensive threat against Whitney. I considered bringing Crawdaunt, because Crabhammer does a lot in this battle, but it's so slow that it kind of just gets, like, revenge chipped by everything. Raticate at least actually pretty much outspeeds everything but the Miltank, I think. Maybe not the Lopunny also, because Lopunny's pretty fast. How's it going, Cam? I read Cement again. But it's Cam. How's it going, Cam? And then finally, double hustle. We got the double hustle strats in this. We have male Stacy, the male Combi, who is here as a sack / tailwind / potentially endeavor / mascot. He's gonna sit in the back. Y'all can spam whatever pride emotes you want, because there's an entire B section for that. I'm scared of Whitney. The first trainer we battled in here, we lost 2 Pokemon because I thought it was the other trainer. I think if I would have brought the team that I was prepping for after that, I would have been okay. Let me check items one more time, just to make sure everyone has the items that I think that they have. Zoom Lens, Chesto, Oranberry, King's Rock, Lumberry. I think that's fine. Okay. I was debating giving Ari an Oranberry, but I think King's Rock and Chance to Flinch is fine. Okay. Going for a yawn. I outspeed, which is good. I should be able to... Okay, that's pretty much perfect, honestly. Because now I can encore lock it also. I think the encore is going to end before sleep is over. But this is a decent opportunity for me to set up a little bit here. Alright, Raticate. Let's do this, buddy. 1. Lopunny comes out. Since I'm behind a sub, I'm going to go ahead and try to go for an attack anyway. I missed. That's okay. Alright, so not as long of a sweep as we were hoping for because we did get the hustle miss there. But, like I said, we're able to switch into Mega, who is able to hard counter everything this Lopunny wants to go for. And it misses Jump Kick, which means it's actually going to take hella recoil here also. I'm going to go for a Hypnosis. It might go for an Attract, but I think getting a Sleep Off on something is more worth it. Wigglytuff comes in. Okay. Why did Wigglytuff come in? Wigglytuff has Attract, Ice Beam, Wish, and Psychic. Is it going for Ice Beam? That's a little awkward. I guess Starmie would have been pretty good to bring as a counter to this. Let's pivot through Chinchou, because it's either going to go for an Attract or an Ice Beam, or a Wish, I guess. It could actually go for kind of a lot here, but I think Chinchou is a decent middle ground option. It does go for the Wish. Is it gonna... It's not gonna pivot out, is it? No. Okay. It's like the AI is not smart enough to pivot into Lopunny here and actually take the Wish, right? I'm gonna go for Confuse Ray, and then I'm gonna try to Encore Lock this and set up on it again. Actually, I don't even know if I need to Encore Lock it. Okay. I could just pivot into Eradicate and just go for a hard Hyper Fang. But I think trying to get behind a sub makes more sense. I don't think you're going for Ice Beam against Chinchou, so I think I'm actually safe to do the Encore pivot here if you do go for an attack. Okay. Could be going for Ice Beam now, so I'm going to pivot back into Chinchou. It might just make sense to try to kill this thing with Chinchou, actually. Let's go for a Thunderbolt and see how much it's going to do. Not very much. Alright. Let's go for another Confuse Ray, and then we'll pivot through... we'll pivot through Togetic again. I would actually ideally like to lock it into Wish if possible. So it would be nice if it could break through here and go for a Wish. I should have probably just let it try to attack. Psychic is okay too, actually. It's not ideal, I guess. Do I need to use this against anything else? Not really. That did 27, so I'm actually dead to a crit. Okay. Wait, no, it did 17, not 27. I'm fine. I can go for an encore. Okay. Math. I don't think I'm safe to go through Eradicate right now, because the Psychic's gonna hurt based on that damage it did to Wigglytuff. And I don't think Wigglytuff switches because it still sees like damage it's able to do, even though it's locked in right now, so I'm just gonna chip it with Feint Attack. I didn't think about Cute Charm. Come on. I think it's still worth it for me to try to break through. Come on, Mega. Nice. Fuck this Wigglytuff. 100% forgot about Cute Charm. Alright, so Miltank might come in because I think Miltank is scrappy. I think it's the best thing Whitney has against this. The Clefable comes in, actually. Okay. Chinchou didn't take any damage, so I think I'm good to pivot through it still. I'm gonna go for another Thunder Wave. Reflect is fine. Okay, so that's the first turn of Reflect. I need to count that. Water Pulse. How much is Water Pulse doing? 71 down to 64. Okay, that's good damage for me. Okay, so that's turn 3 of Reflect. So Water Pulse did 7. I think I can take one with placement. I would like to get an Encore and get set up with something here to try to help me a little bit more. I'm actually going to go for a Soft Boiled and heal up first, though. Okay, so Reflect's gone. I guess I'll go for a Tri Attack until it actually hits me with something. I'm not actually. I assume it's gonna try to go for Charge Beam, but might as well make it waste the Citrus Berry here. Yo. I mean, that works too, I guess. Snapped out of Confusion and used Reflect. That is actually perfect. Because now I can Encore lock. Okay. Let's count this out right. So, that's turn 1 of Encore, turn 2 of Reflect. I think Nose Pass is safer to set up right now. Sorry, I'm trying to think this through. Because basically, I have this Clefable in a position where I can basically stall out all of its reflects. And I think Raticate behind another sub is the best I can, like, the best win option I have right now. My other win con is to potentially set up with Harden and Rest on Defy. But then I have to take a jump kick with Lopunny. And if I'm behind a sub, I potentially don't have to take that jump kick. Because honestly, the AI is kind of weird with sub anyway. I think this is the better play. That's turn 3 of Reflect. Let's sub. Turn 4 of Reflect. Let's Swords Dance. Reflect should end. Encore is still going. I would ideally love to land this Hyper Fang. Good shit, Raticate. Let's go. Okay. Land one more, please. And then land one more after that. And we are in a very good spot. There's 3 Pokemon left, actually, so you gotta land 3 more. We're done. That's fine, too. Honestly, that's... Okay. Wait, no way. Am I about to actually switch into Combi as a defensive switch on the jump kick? Because hear me out here. Hear me out. If I go Spiritomb here, she kills herself with Lopunny. Her last 2 Pokemon are Stantler and Miltank. Miltank comes in basically like free to spam, and that's not gonna happen. That's not working. I don't know if Combi actually outspeeds, but if I can get a Tailwind off... What does the Tailwind actually do, though, at this point? Potentially allows the fight outspeed? Probably not. Miltank's fast as fuck, y'all. I could go for another sub and just see if he misses jump kick. It's a 5% chance. But I don't think there's another opportunity for me to set up Raticate. So let's actually go for that first, because that's technically optimal, I think. We're going to go for a substitute. If he misses a jump kick here, I'm in like an amazing spot. If he doesn't, it's whatever. I don't think I have enough HP to be able to sub again. So what we're going to do here is... Actually, we're going to pivot through Combi to take the jump kick, and then pivot into Spiritomb. Oh, it just went for the Dizzy Punch right away. Never mind. I was going to say to take that Dizzy Punch, but you did it, Combi. You were a pivot. Hopefully it doesn't go for a tracked here, actually. That would be a little annoying. Okay. So let's go for Hypnosis. This would be a big land on the Miltank if we could do it. Let's go. Okay. Oh, Bun's calling. 1 sec. Oh, it's a Lumberry. God damn it. Alright. Bun should be back pretty soon, is what she was saying, and also hi. I'm a little pissed I forgot this Miltank had a Lumberry. I should have probably pivoted directly into Nose Pass, because now I'm switching in on a potential para, which is not ideal. And it doesn't make sense to stay in with Spiritomb. Confirming, this Miltank does have Scrappy, right? I'm pretty sure I remember that from last run. But I don't think I actually, like, confirmed it. Okay, whatever. Apparently every trainer uses their first ability, and the first ability says Thick Fat. Does that mean that this thing's just actually going for rollout right away? Because if so, that's a little fucking sketch. Okay. So we're in the weird part of the battle that I was really trying to play my way around, but then kind of fucked up right before it actually happened. Because I pivoted pretty well around Miltank until the turn that Miltank was actually coming in. I kind of forgot about the Lumberry, honestly. I was hoping to be able to just have the sleep. I mean, my best defensive option overall is going to be Defy, who also takes an Attract, if that's for some reason what the Miltank goes for. Just don't para. Okay. I'm going to get a Harden up. 47 down to 39, so it's going to do 4 each. Let's get one more Harden up. Crit Body Slam should do 16. Okay. That's a big crit. I think I'm gonna go for one more Rock Smash and then rest. No, I need to be at full health in case this thing starts rolling out. Okay. Just spam rest until it goes through then. Okay. So I slept, became healthy, and now use my Chesto Berry that I held on to. The reason that I didn't give this a Lumberry, it was specifically for that situation, so I could hold a para for a little bit, sleep, and then heal the sleep specifically with the berry. Most of the time it makes sense to go for a Lumberry when you're worried about healing a status, because it just heals everything. But one of the drawbacks is it heals everything, so when Miltank paralyzes you, it would have healed that, and then I would have been asleep for 3 turns here instead of being able to spam Rock Smash right away. It's not doing very much damage, but eventually it was going to defense drop, which is very good. Honestly, if this thing paralyzes me, I'm probably just going to spam rest again right away. Yo, can we just... Shout outs to the fucking Nose Pass this run, though, seriously. Whitney might heal here, but that's okay. I'm just gonna rest up. I also can't get paralyzed while being asleep, so we'll just spam a couple of turns here. I mean, I'm a little confused by this mill tank, if I'm being honest. But I guarantee... Okay, there's the crit. It did do 16. But honestly, we bodied the fuck out of that mill tank. Holy shit. Defy does not care about cows at all. And here comes Lopunny trying to jump kick again. But we say no. Go into Mega. Get a kill just off of jump kick recoil. Fun fact, actually. In a draft league once, I had a Mega Lopunny. And Mega Lopunny's pretty cool because it turns into a normal fighting type with Scrappy, so it can hit everything for at least neutral damage. It's actually like a sick Pokemon, honestly. But one battle I had, I missed 2 jump kicks back to back like that. But I EV'd my HP in a way so my Lopunny would live with 1 HP. And then I got 4 kills after missing 2 jump kicks. And my opponent was not happy. And I could not blame them. So, do I have a Lumberry on anything still? Full health? Why not? That did 16, so crit does 32. Let's go for another yawn. Okay. We have now won the battle, I believe. I mean, it's the same situation we were in, but now we're both asleep. But I don't know if this really matters. I'm just gonna start spamming Hypnosis, I guess. Oh, I woke up. That's the drawback of that. I guess I'm just gonna go for a Feint Attack. I messed that up. I should have gone for the... I should have gone for the Dream Eater while it was like guaranteed to still be asleep. Okay. I mean, the Stantler's not like actually doing anything, but it is being slightly annoying. I could PP stall it out of Hypnosis by just switching back and forth between Mega and now the rested. Oh my god, stop landing them! All this is doing is stalling. I mean, I'm gonna burn the sleep. I'm not gonna break. There's no way. I was gonna say, there's no way I break through and land a Hypnosis, but I guess we'll stall another one. This is technically the correct play, so even though it's a little not entertaining. All I really need is for it to miss a Hypnosis, please. Come on! I got really lucky with the rest of the battle. So, like, if there's a part of the battle where he's got to get lucky and land a bunch of shit, I'm okay with it being this part of the battle. I mean, I guess I try to wake up until he goes for an attract again, right? Okay. Also hypnose. I broke through and put it to sleep. Mega, you were as tired with the Stantler shit as I was. Now what is the easiest way to actually kill this? I mean, the thing that sucks is it went for an attract. Because if it didn't go for the attract, I could just stay in and Dream Eater it. And I mean, I guess I'm like technically still able to do that, so let's just go for it. It's a 50-50 shot for me to be able to attack right now, which is a little annoying. But I mean, like, the only thing it can do back is put me to sleep, and then we just cycle through this again. Whew. Jesus. I'm also a little surprised, by the way, that she didn't super potion the mill tank while I was like kind of chipping away at it with Nose Pass. You still have Zen Headbutts. I haven't been counting Zen Headbutts at all, because honestly it doesn't really matter. I am actually stalling them out pretty fast because of pressure, which is kind of cool. If it could just not hit one of these first hypnosises where it switches in, that would be great. I guess if I figure it's going to go for an attract, I might as well. Can I try to wake up with this? How much is Zen Headbutt actually doing again? 11. Yeah, I can try to wake up with this. Because it doesn't really matter if this gets put back to sleep. Oh, I think that was a follow. Thank you for the follow. I think alerts are kind of in a weird spot right now on this layout. Whoops. Okay, so as long as I stay above 22, I'm good. I should actually probably rest here then. Well, that was counterproductive. Because now I need to stay out of crit range, so it makes sense for me to heal. But y'all, this Nose Pass just decimated Whitney. I don't know any other way to put it. Like, this Nose Pass completely crapped all over what Miltank and Stantler were trying to do. I guess this still technically gets me another turn of attack. Okay. As long as I stay out of range of a crit, which should do 22? 20, we'll say 24, because that one actually did a little bit more. I'll stay above 24. Oh, he might be out of Zen Headbutts. This might be over if he's out of Zen Headbutts. He's going for Stomp Flinches, which will also be a little annoying, actually, but... one of these days, this battle will be over. Come on! Why didn't you just try to Stomp Flinch me like you did before? It's doing 6. Okay. We'll say a crit from Stomp will do 14 and be extra generous. Actually, it looks like we'll say 16 because that one actually was the high roll that I needed for that. I think I could afford to go for one more before I gotta start resting. Whitney sure is holding on. Bun's back.
I'm back. Can you put the Dutch Bros, make it unsquished and put it in the fridge for me though? Yeah.
Oh, he's so cute.
Alright. We're gonna interrupt this PP stall of Stantler to go full screen and see Bun's brand new tattoo is a goose.
Honk.
Honk honk.
Hold on, you can't. It's not the right.
There you go. Is a goose. He has a knife.
Bitch, you didn't see shit.
He's spooked. He cute. Honk honk. Oh no, we're not on a BRB. We are trying to finish this battle.
I was like, what?
Where's my controller? It's right here. Okay. So we are trying to pivot back out, and we're trying to finish this thing off with nose pass if we can.
I'm proud of myself. I went to the bathroom Pacifica and like don't even have to pee right now.
Damn.
That was like 2.5 hours from Pacifica too. Probably 3 with having to drive back from Elk Grove too. I have no gas now because I accidentally took a detour. I don't know. It was a whole situation. I'll tell you.
Okay. I could take a break once I'm done with this battle. Oops. In my defense, I didn't actually go back in the bedroom. Yeah. I forgot I didn't go back to sleep until now. But I just stayed up and like showered and stuff. I had my alarm set, but I was like, it does not make sense to go back for like a half hour of sleep and then wake up again. I would have just been groggy. It would have been that morning where we woke up early and also late somehow. Alright, we did it! We beat Whitney without a death! I'm amazed by that. I was guaranteeing that Locombe was gonna die. But he did not. He hung on. He took a dizzy punch, not even a jump kick. The jump kick, by the way, would have probably only done like 10 damage or something. Because bug flying quad resists fighting attacks. But instead, Combi took the harder hit of the stab dizzy punch. Which it probably shouldn't have even been going for, honestly. But I guess it saw the... it somehow saw dizzy punches doing more damage than jump kick to eradicate. But honestly, shoutouts to the whole squad on that team. Because I feel like that is... This is the weirdest team I've ever brought to a gym battle. Let's be real. Like, anyone who's watched any of my Nuzlocke runs can guarantee that this is not normally what we bring to rosters. This is like normally any one of these sets is like normally the weird niche set that I bring, and instead we just brought all of them. And I mean, it worked pretty well, honestly. Like everything pretty much did exactly what I wanted it to.